Good morning, Facebook. Happy weekend. Oh, Blingsley just got excited thinking I was actually talking to someone and not a screen. Whoa, check out that hair blowing in the wind. So Blings and I just went and got our weekend indulgence coffee. During the week, I try to do black coffee only because it's a huge vice of mine, is, you know, all the fattening creamers and whatnot. Good morning, gorgeous. But we go on the weekends and we get some fancy coffee, and thankfully they didn't have any cheesy bread today because those are amazing, and Blingsley likes them too. And I'm sure all the moms out there can feel me when you get something for your kids, but it's really for you. I always say Blingsley likes them, so I get them for him, but it's really for me. Hello, 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 friends. So I haven't been on here in what seems like forever. My goodness, I've been going live in my team page and whatnot. But anyhow, I was thinking as I was at a store yesterday, and I drove there obviously in my car, and I got to thinking, and you could see outside from the store to the parking lot, and I was talking to this woman. She actually saw that I was wearing my Shakeology swag, so I was wearing that. She's like, oh, do you do that? And I said, oh, that was my previous business, but now I'm with a different company. And we just got to talking. She's like, oh, I do that. So I was helping her and giving her some tips and coaching things, and then it turned into talking about my new business and how I have this car. And she's like, oh my gosh, I have one of those too. So she had this car, and I was like, don't you love it? And we got to talking, and she's like, yeah, I love it. I said, yeah, but with the company I'm with, and I earned it, which is amazing, and my team helped me. Blingsley, really? We earned this car in like 3 months within this new business, and you got to pick any car you wanted, which is so incredible. You're not stuck to one type of car. So I could have chosen any car out there that I wanted, and we went test driving. I sat in them all. I had a certain car type that I thought I had wanted, right? That I had deemed my dream car forever and ever. And it was a Mercedes, and I just seems classy, right? You drive one and it just seems fancy and classy, and I'd always envisioned myself in one. But we went and test drove and sat in tons of cars, and I ended up with a Jeep, and a Jeep was what I had before. And so someone had mentioned recently, they're like, yeah, but I mean, it's not like a Jeep's a luxury car. It's like not like Jeep's a fancy one, right? And I could have been offended by it, but I got to thinking that I personally am so comfortable in my decision because it was right for me. Like, this is the best car for me. I freaking love this car. And I'm not just saying this materialistically, but I'll get there. And I love this car. It's just me in every way. I love the way Jeeps drive. I had one before. I have a lot of justifications for why I love this car, but I didn't feel it necessary to tell them why I justified this car as the car that I got as my Senna car that I got to drive around and free. And like, let me tell you guys, this thing is gorgeous. I don't even think you can appreciate it. Like, that leather. Yeah, it's what's on the inside that counts. People and cars. I could care less how this thing drives because I am a grandma when it comes to driving, and I don't speed. So I could care less about performance. I wanted to sit in it and just like have luxury and certain like little things, because the speedometer on the Acura, which I really liked, it wasn't digital. And I know that sounds so silly, like right here as we're sitting here, how like it shows you a 0. I did not want to tell the speed. It sounds so silly, but in my last Jeep, you had to look at the speedometer and see like where you were. I just wanted to look down and it to tell me a number. And so I couldn't get an Acura because they don't have that feature. Literally, I mean, I was like that nitty gritty. So I could go into all the reasons for all the people who have said, oh, you just got a Jeep. To them, it's just a Jeep. To me, it is a dream car. To me, it is everything I've, wanted, right? So to me, I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm 100% confident and content in my decision. The same goes for, I was thinking about it, and when you're 100% confident with your decision, you don't have, here's the beauty of this. You don't have the desire to attack those who have said something negative about your decision, right? When people are on the defensive, and most people don't say those things to hurt you. They're just, expressing their opinions, and it might come off wrong. They might have no intentions of, like, Blingsley's sitting here, like, driving the car. you know, they might have no intentions of hurting you. It might come off that way. But if you are confident in your decision, you will have no desire to retaliate or to say anything back or to justify, right? And that is the beauty of confidence and staying true to yourself, right? One of my friends just got their kitchen redone, and she posted pictures on Facebook, and it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And I said, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous for now. Resale value is going to be huge, and not like she's looking to sell, but still, like, looking at all the positives and pointing those out. But you know, someone out there is looking at those pictures thinking, why did she put the sink there? Why did she not do this with the cabinets? How come she put glass on them? Or like, oh, that wood is never gonna, like, someone's always going to nitpick, right? Someone is always going to nitpick or say something about your decision because it is not their decision, right? They have different preferences. They have different thoughts. And honestly, there are just some of those negative Nellies out there who are going to say something just to like freaking drive you crazy, and those people want a response, so don't give it to them, right? Have the confidence in whatever your decision is. Just be like, don't care, not care, right? I truthfully believe, and I'm not saying not care as in like I don't care what you think. I care, I'm just not going to let it bother me, right? I care that you have your own opinion and you're 100% entitled to that. I mean, hello, politics. That's a whole different can of worms, though. We're not even going there. We're not going there in this discussion. Totally not going there in this discussion. That's a whole different thing. But, you know, it comes down to relationships, too. Relationships. I'm in a girl talk group on Facebook, and I've had people say, or I'm not in these discussions, I just like to read them. Someone said, you know, I'm with this guy, and my family judges him for X, Y, and Z, or whatnot. If you're happy with the decision and you're confident in it, then just do it, right? Just do it, right? Sometimes I think when we ask those questions, though, we have hesitation, so then maybe you should listen to your inner gut. But the moral of the story is a car, redoing your kitchen, whatever job you choose, what company you work for. I mean, heck, going from one business to another, you don't think I got a lot of actually I didn't really, a lot of slack, but I'm sure people thought it behind my back, but I really didn't get any negative comments or anything like that, which is amazing. But at the end of the day, I don't care what you think, right? I don't care because your opinions don't pay my bills. Your opinions aren't the car I'm driving around in. Your opinions aren't the kitchen that girl's cooking in, right? Your opinions aren't the relationship that person's in. So it's not up to you to judge someone, and it's also not up to you to take to heart everything that everyone has to say about your decisions in life. So that was just a morning thought. I've been thinking it for a while now because I see a lot of people trying to please everyone. At the end of the day, if you please everyone, you're just not going to please yourself. And that is the worst feeling. If you are pleased with your decisions, you have nothing to worry about, right? Because you're staying true to you, and that is true happiness. That is true happiness right there. It's when you're making decisions based on your heart and your gut, and that's what's guiding you. The rest is fluff. The rest, people will come around. The rest, you just don't respond to it, and you say, would you like another glass of wine? Right? And you just move on from the topic and fluff it off. Worst case scenario, you tell your significant other or one of your girlfriends, just get it off your chest and then move on. So anyhow, true that, right, friends? True that. Just be true to you, boo. Do whatever you love. Make the choices. Do the dang thing. Drink the coffee with the cream, even if it's not good for you. So those are morning thoughts, you guys. I'm going to take Jake's iced coffee back home to him, and we're going to start this day. Have a great weekend, everyone, and stay true to you, boo. All right. Have a good one.